Here are 10 trialogues, or three-handers from contemporary plays that have 3 male characters in. You can use the chapters in this video to save time finding the trialogue you need, and at the end of the video I'll tell you the best ways to read these plays. Right, let's go. Three Kingdoms by Simon Stevens. This is in part 1, scene 1. In Simon Stevens plays 4, start on page 29 at Ignatius's line, Detective Inspector Lee re-enters the interview room, and stop at the end of the scene on page 36 at Ignatius's line, Do you lose it? This section is the second half of a police interview, led by Charlie and Ignatius, 2 police officers. They're speaking to Tommy, a teenager. They want to know why Tommy has dumped a bag full of evidence in the River Thames, and he's explaining that he was paid to do it. It's a classic police interview scene with a really good balance of text for the 3 characters. Boys by Ella Hickson. This is in Act 1, Scene 1. In Ella Hickson plays 1, start on page 226 at Benny's line, Morning, Captain, and stop on page 237 at Cam's line, and she did say please. This scene has Benny, Timp and Cam, 3 young men who live together in an Edinburgh flat. Last night there was a wild party. Benny missed out and wants to know what happened. Timp's taken a pill and wants to keep going. And Cam is nervous for a music concert that he's playing in 5 hours' time. It's a very busy, boisterous and laddie scene. The Spoils by Jesse Eisenberg. This is in Act 1, Scene 2. Start on page 29 at Ben's line, Can I spark up? And stop on page 36 at Ben's line, What a dick. Am I right? This scene is in Ben and Carlion's apartment, and Ted is an old school friend who's come over. Carlion is trying to impress Ted to try and secure a job on Wall Street with him. Meanwhile, Ben is trying to hold back his jealousy of Ted. Carlion is from Nepal, and Ben and Ted both speak with American accents. Terrorism by the Presniakov brothers. This is in scene 1. Start on page 5 at Passenger's line, Do you know what's going on? And stop at the end of the scene on page 11 at Second Passenger's line, See you then. There's a bomb scare at the airport, and passenger, first passenger and second passenger are all waiting outside on the tarmac for news. This scene has a humorous and slightly abstract feel to it as the 3 discuss the causes and effects of this suspected act of terror. Blue Orange by Joe Pennell. This trialogue is towards the start of Act 1. In Joe Pennell plays 2, start on page 15 at Robert's line, Hello, and stop on page 23 at Bruce's line, Okay, thank you. This play is set in a modern NHS psychiatric hospital in London. Robert is a senior consultant, Bruce is a psychiatrist, and Christopher is a patient. In this scene, Bruce has asked Robert to sit in and help assess Christopher, who is due to be released. Christopher is black and Robert and Bruce are white, and the ethnicities of the characters are crucial to the plot of this play. Art by Yasmina Reza. Start on page 30 at Mark's line, Why do you let yourself be buggered around by all these women? And stop on page 39 at Serge's line, Well done. Serge, Mark and Ivan are friends. Ivan is about to marry Catherine and is having trouble with his in-laws. And Mark and Serge are having an extended argument about art, food and culture. The trio are all in spiky moods, and this scene has a great blend of moodiness, annoyance and sarcasm. The Pillowman by Martin McDonough. This is in Act 1, Scene 1. Start on page 8 at Topolsky's line, I have to fill this form out now, and stop on page 14 at Topolsky's line, Your brother is one door down. This scene is in a police interrogation room in an unnamed totalitarian state. Katurian is being questioned about violent stories that he writes by Topolsky and Ariel, 2 police officers. It's a blackly comic play, and this scene has an awesome dynamic between the 3 characters. Foreplay by Jake Brunger. This is the first section of scene 11. Start on page 48 at Andrew's line, Rafe, and stop on page 61 at Andrew's line, Think about what could have been. Andrew is hosting Rafe and Pete to dinner. Rafe and Pete have both been with Andrew's boyfriend, and they think that he doesn't know, but really, he does know. Andrew is playing dumb and also has his own proposition for the pair. It's a comedic scene with lots of dramatic irony and hilarious awkwardness. Slow Time by Roy Williams. In Roy Williams plays 3, start on page 124 at Nabs's line, Sing me a nursery rhyme, and stop on page 130 at Nabs's line, Where you find him, Ash. Nabs, Ashley and Delroy are in single cells in a young offenders institution. Delroy is new to the block, Nabs is reasserting his top boy status by bullying Delroy, and Ashley is trying to keep the peace. Ethnicity is key with this story and these characters. Nabs is Asian, Delroy is white, and Ashley is black. Europe by David Gregg. This is scene 12. In David Gregg Plays 1, start on page 59 at Billy's line, "Do you have to do that? Someone might see," and end at the end of the scene on page 63 at Berlin's line, "Place will be the same, a turd drying up in the sun." This scene has Billy, Berlin and Horse, three desperate and dishevelled men waiting at a bus stop. Billy is leaving in search of better prospects, and Berlin and Horse are saying their goodbyes. This scene is a simple and fascinating look at how men connect, communicate, and cover up their feelings. This is a slightly older play, but it was recently revived at the Donmar Warehouse and is a very poignant and relevant piece, exploring a whole host of contemporary issues. So there we are, 10 trialogues for 3 male performers to use in class, as scenes for scene study, or in showcases. These plays are available to read on Drama Online. You can subscribe to Drama Online and get access to hundreds of plays digitally, or you can order the playtext directly from the publishers, Bloomsbury, Nick Hern Books, and Faber and Faber, or you can order them from Amazon. And if you're in London, you can visit the National Theatre Bookshop, the Royal Court Bookshop, Foyles on Charing Cross Road, or the Calder Bookshop, which is opposite the Young Vic. These bookshops all have huge selections of play texts for sale. Thanks for watching to the end. If this video's helped you, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel too. Finally, check out these other videos that I've made that I think you'll enjoy. Take care and all the best.